Hello everybody, Josh here from Sportitude Running. I am super excited. Today is going to be a shoe review and we're going to be talking all things on running CloudEclipse. Now this is my long review. I go into the outsole, the midsole and the upper in as much detail as I possibly can, but I have also done a short 3-minute overview with this shoe, which again takes you into a little bit more of my subjectivity about how this shoe performed for me on my first run out of the box. But like I usually do, we get stuck into all the nitty-gritty details, give you all the information that you need at home to, who knows, maybe make this your next shoe selection. So without further ado, let's get stuck in. Okay guys, before we go into the details, this shoe here is targeting a neutral runner and someone who's looking for a lot of cushioning underneath their body, and also is requiring an offloading element with the rocker through the forefoot of this shoe. Therefore, you could look at it and say, well, there's the Cloud Stratus from On Running, and there's also the Monster that are targeting that cushioned and long daily trainer as well. However, this shoe is slightly different. It's going to offer more cushioning, and it's going to be a little bit more effortless through the release of your toe off with that pitched rocker through the front half. Okay guys, there's a lot to get through in today's review, so let's start with the outsole first. So, placing this one in front of me here, you'll see what I'm talking to with regards to this review. This shoe here has got a great surface area coverage. So I want to talk about the entry point first, and we'll go over the 3 different strike zones. For heel strikers at the back, you can see there's this harder wearing carbon place rubber at the lateral side of the heel. As you come through to the midfoot region through here, we do have a little bit of exposed Helion foam, but most of the part will be, sort of entry point will be utilizing that lateral side of the forefoot rubber component. And through the front half through here, we've got great surface area through the forefoot, a little bit of a vertical decoupled line through the central part of the heel before we hit this speed board, which has been executed in a different way to what On Running have used previously, and also a slightly vertical decoupled line through the back part of the heel through here. Now, that has been strategically placed there to offer a little bit more of that softer compression for your lateral heel strikers. It'll flare out a little bit to provide more surface area and compression on entry. And the other great thing about the outsole is the great rubber coverage, which I sort of touched on. You want plenty of rubber on a shoe that's going to be spending a lot of time out on the road. If not, you want to use a rubberized EVA, and On Running haven't use that technology yet in any of their shoes, but I like what they've done. It's a thin rubber through the forefoot, so it's not going to add a lot of weight to the shoe, but it's certainly going to offer ample protection. Talking to the speed board really quickly, you'll see this piece of technology here. Now, if you're a runner that's been running for 5 to 10 to 15 years, you would liken that to what Trustic Systems used to do in shoes gone by in the past. Similar concept. What it does is it does stiffen up the shoe a little bit through mid-starts to help the foot restabilize as you're transitioning through to your forefoot as you release of your gait cycle. So the speed board traditionally has been full length in on-running shoes gone by, and they run close to the foot and allow the midsole underneath to do all the cushioning work and stabilizing work. However, just strategically placing it through the midfoot through here is going to offer a stable transition through mid-starts and give that midsole a bit of integrity as you go through that phase of your gait cycle. Okay guys, let's talk to the upper construction of the CloudEclipse. So I'll just place this little guy on the table here in front of you, so hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. Now, a couple of things on offer. We have a engineered dyed construction, which is 95% of the upper of this shoe. Lower, which is around the medial and lateral sides, so where that upper meets the midsole, it is a tighter weave, and you'd expect that with a shoe like this to offer that structure and integrity around that midsole to upper attachment point. Nice heel collar execution and a really great amount of memory foam on offer on the instep of this shoe, at almost like a silky, soft to the touch feel, which is great. It makes the shoe so much more premium and so much more comfortable. And that heel counter construction has this little external, almost like a knitted construction, which just offers a little bit more integrity at the lower attachment point of that heel counter. The best thing about the upper, though, is the tongue execution. So it is a knitted tongue in comparison to that engineered mesh on offer. So the knitted tongue offers plenty of breathability. It has a little bit of elasticity to it, not a lot, but a little bit. And it's conformed in a booty style construction. So the booty does sit on the inside of this upper and it runs right the way through to the forefoot. So you get a really comfortable, great lockdown and a very breathable upper, which is what you would want and expect from a shoe like this, which is designed to spend plenty of time out on the road. So you want to minimize the risk of a lot of swelling, and to do that, you need to keep the foot cool. To keep the foot cool, make the shoe breathable, and that's exactly what they've done with the CloudEclipse. Okay, let's get talking all things midsole, and no surprises with On Running shoes, that is pretty much the talking point of their technology. So To kick things off, we have the Helion Superfoam. Now, that is an EVA and polyolefin elastomer technology, and that is used in the Stratus 3. It's used in the bottom half of the Cloud Flow 4, and it's also on offer in their Cloud Surfer. Now, you can look at this shoe and you would not be incorrect in saying it looks very similar to the current Cloud Surfer. However, the execution of the midsole and that speedboard injection, which is to complement the midsole technology, is significantly different. So this Cloud Tech foam is a double phase Cloud Tech foam. So what On have done is you can see there's these strategically placed Cloud Tech pods that run throughout the whole midsole. So they're hollow from the lateral to the medial side, but what we're talking about, the double Cloud Tech phase, is every second pod is higher, or on the flip side, every second pod is lower to the ground. So what they're trying to produce there is, if you're talking ground reaction force, the pods that are closer to the ground will offer the cushioning, and the pods that are higher to or closer to your foot will provide that comfort and cushion feel underneath the foot experience. So it's a great execution on technology, in my opinion. I didn't mind the Cloud Surfer, but this shoe I really like because it's got that advanced rocker, higher stack, and a more compliant feel with regards to the overall roll of this midsole. So again, talking to the high stack, 37 mil on the heel, 31 on the forefoot for that offset of 6 millimeters. And that rocker has been strategically placed through the forefoot to offer that really nice effortless release out of your gait cycle. It does feel relatively stiff through the front half, and that's no different than any other shoe that has a rocker through the forefoot as well. And we have touched on in regards to the outsole part of this review, but that speedboard trustic, for want of a better term, that's closer to the ground, in comparison to a lot of on-running shoes that have the speedboard that sits closer to the foot and full length. This execution of speedboard allows the foot to feel and experience what this cushioning and that double phase Cloud Tech is going to do on that Helion Superfoam. But through this phase of your gait cycle, which is a mid-stance phase, which is where that speedboard has been strategically placed, is going to offer the torsional stability that you require going through that phase of your gait cycle and allow the foot to be in a great position to then execute the release on that rocker out of your gait cycle. I really like what this midsole is representing. I like how cushioned it feels, but not overly marshmallow soft, but you get a really good balanced feel. So what I mean by that is you get the cushioning, you get the stability, and you get that nice release. It is a very well executed midsole. So in comparison, what comes close to the on-running CloudEclipse? So the Hoka Bondi 8, although it's quite different in regards to its execution of engineering, it does talk to the same consumer, a runner that's looking for that late stage rocker. Glide Ride version 2. Let's go back a couple of seasons now. The ASICS Glide Ride version 2 had a really snappy feel through that release with regards to the execution of that plastic speedboard or that plastic plate that ran through the shoe. I'd say that runs very similar to what I found in my first initial jog in the CloudEclipse. And the other final shoe that I feel that the rocker is sitting in the same position is the Saucony Endorphin Shift. Now that shoe is a little bit narrower than what this shoe is, but that rocker positioning is very similar to the CloudEclipse. However, completely different execution in regards to cushioning, overall stability, but that rocker is certainly placed in the same spot. Now to give you some context, guys, I've only been for one run of this shoe, but I was super excited to do this review. I usually do a few more, but I was so confident and comfortable with this shoe and how it performs straight out of the box. I just wanted to come up here and shoot this review. It's a shoe, again, I'm going to regurgitate some of the information I've gone over today. It's someone who's looking for a lot of cushioning, happens to be neutral, mildly overpronated is okay, but you're certainly searching for that effortless roll through toe off with regard to the execution of where that rocker has been placed through the forefoot. I like what this shoe represents. I think it's going to talk to a few more allied health professionals out there looking for a shoe for their patients and clients, looking for that element of an offloader for any sort of forefoot pathology issues they want to address. But talking pure running, it's going to be great for lots of mileage. It's going to be great for a recovery day shoe for people who are looking to put something on their foot, 20 minutes, half an hour, easy jog out the door. This shoe is going to talk exactly to you. So if you like this shoe, if you've got any questions about it, drop us a comment in the comment section below. If you'd like us to give you some more feedback, email us at service@sportitude.com.au. One of our fitting specialists will get straight to helping you out with regards to what this shoe offers. Guys, if you like the content we create, we're going to keep going. We love helping you guys out. all around the world, no matter how big or small your running goals are, we're here to help. So subscribe, like, do what you need to do, and PBs, and we'll see you out on the road. Take care.